This is an audio essay meant to be consumed as a podcast. If you want to watch highly produced video essays, just go to my main channel, ADB. Thanks. Okay, this essay would be about Andrew Tate, and if you don't know who he is by now, I'm pretty sure either you have mastered the art of living a peaceful life without social media, or you just live under a rock at this point. This dude has literally taken over on social media in the past couple of months. He's literally everywhere. Every other YouTube shot is of him saying either something on masculinity or something controversial that people won't strongly agree with. I would divide this essay into three parts. Why I started liking Andrew Tate, why I started disliking Andrew Tate, and the third part would be what Andrew Tate eventually taught me that is so important that nobody on the internet could make me realize. Okay, let's get started with part 1. Why I started liking Andrew Tate. Okay, this is pretty much given that why young men these days have started to idolize him. If you're a dude and listen to Andrew Tate talk about masculinity, you can't deny that he does speak a lot of truth. We men have become really weak as the time has progressed. All we do is sit in our rooms, play video games. We don't know how to fight or protect our loved ones. We lack a disciplined lifestyle and don't even have muscles at this point. In short, we are turning into losers who sit behind a screen. And let me tell you, Andrew Tate is not the first person who has said that. We all already knew that deep down, but didn't care to acknowledge it. It's just that nobody has said it in such a brutal and honest way to us. Everybody is just so soft these days. Even the media is trying to tell us that it's not our fault that we are so sensitive. We all have certain traumas and shit, and it's okay to be sensitive. And listening to all this has what made us men weaker than ever. Again, I'm not saying it's forbidden for a man to show emotions or to even feel them, but we have gotten so weak at this point that we cry about it on social media all the time. There are literally videos of grown-ass men on YouTube who are sitting in their car talking about having no friends. Think about it. We are the first generation of people who have social media, and we are also the first generation of people who are finding it hard to make actual friends in real life. How fucking ironic is that if you actually think about it? Andrew Tate, being a 35-year-old retired athlete who grew up without social media, is pointing it out for men. It's like men are so aware about what's happening to them that it took a retired fucking kickboxer to make them realize that they are going weak as the day keeps progressing. And if it keeps going on like this generation might experience the loneliest and the weakest man that has ever lived on this planet. Tate's videos on masculinity being spread all over the internet like a virus has obviously created some sort of cult because you couldn't help but agree to it and join his movement. When I first discovered his videos, I was really impressed because of the way he speaks, his body language, and the way he carries himself. He always speaks with confidence, which always acts in his favor to whatever he says. That is very much a masculine trait. And when I saw that this guy's rich, a kickboxing world champion, gets n number of girls, obviously I would think, heck yeah, this guy fucks. I know what the fuck he's talking about. I don't think I've seen anyone like him on the internet. Obviously there was Dan Bilzerian, but we all know he was just a playboy. Andrew Tate is actually trying to open the youth's eyes and showing them the way to become a better man in life. Basically acting as a father figure to a fatherless generation. And this is enough credibility for a young man who is lost and lonely to fall into his trap. Now this brings me to the part 2. Why I started disliking Andrew Tate. As the day keeps on progressing, Andrew Tate's videos took over my feeds. At this point, I was being shown his content without my will. It's like I have no choice but to consume his content and nothing else. It started to get irritating at this point. But as I discovered about him more through his clips, I got to know that he has an online course called Hustlers University. People who were posting his clips on social media to gain a following by his name were actually the ones who were promoting his course through an affiliated link. Things started to get clear for me as I realized that this guy is not really a messiah for young men, but kind of brainwashing them into joining a pyramid scheme. This dude would go on to live streams with other loser streamers who obviously have no experience or game with women to establish that he is more of an alpha man. His views on women were also very sexist to the point that he didn't believe in showing an emotional attachment towards them, but only have them around to satisfy sexual urges. I was like, what the fuck? Is this what he's trying to teach these young men? Is this how he wants us to view women? I mean, sure, he had a soft corner for Eastern women than he had for Western women because of the OnlyFans culture that has been on rise there. And obviously some part of me agreed to it. But if I actually look at it with an open eye, if I go too deep into his way of viewing women, I will start to view women as bitches and not humans. I will become so sexist to the point that I will start to argue with my female friends that we men are better than you. I mean, come on, how much more of an incel energy I can give off? And I'm sure there are a lot of young men out there who are actually turning into misogynists as they go too deep into this red pill culture. And if you try to tell them that they are objectifying every girl into the same category and their view of viewing women is slowly becoming toxic to the point that they don't even view women as individual human beings. They will call you a simp or a loser who constantly seek female validation in hopes for exchange of sexual favors. It's as if either you are an incel at this point or a simp. There's no common middle ground now where you just view women as individuals. I was like, screw this guy. He might be waking up men in a way by telling them that they are getting weak, but he is also creating a cult out of it to promote his online course to get him rich. And not only that, he is turning young men into hateful humans towards the society. It's definitely Fight Club all over again if you look at it that way. I was honestly planning on making this essay titled How Andrew Tate is Brainwashing the Youth. But then I sat back and took some time to think. I thought to myself, will my opinion about him or me saying that he is brainwashing the youth will actually be of some use? Who the fuck am I? I'm a nobody. Why would anybody even take me seriously? Why would anybody listen to this essay and be like, yeah, this dude is fucking right. I'm gonna stop watching Andrew Tate from now onwards. You opened my fucking eyes, dude. Nobody's going to think like that after they finish this essay. I'm pretty sure half of them have already quit by now. So I thought to myself, why do people take Andrew Tate seriously even though I assume he's playing some sort of character to create controversy and get more famous? I mean, he is literally out there saying that reading books are for losers and doing meal prep is the gayest thing a dude can do. Like, come on. And why would people not take me seriously even though I'm trying to warn them or tell them that you all are in a pyramid scheme? Then I realized. Now this brings me to the part 3. What Andrew Tate taught me that nobody on the internet could. It took me some self-reflection to realize that there's a reason why people out there take Andrew Tate's advice and will never take me as seriously as they take him. Because that guy looks like he wants to be taken seriously by people. And there's a bigger hidden reason that I don't want to make this a hate essay on him. Let me elaborate on my statements. Okay, let's just say that I make this audio essay about hating him, completely bashing him, saying he's a con artist trying to fool young men into a cult and a pyramid scheme. Who am I? I'm just a person behind a screen. Will I say this if he was sitting in front of me? Nah, forget about it. Will I say this to his face even though we were on a live stream together? Nope. Because that guy has such a powerful aura about him that anything a person who looks like a... I don't know what's the right word to use. So I'm gonna use loser. So yeah. When a person who looks like a loser tells him that what he is doing is completely wrong, your argument will eventually be ruled out because you look like you don't want to be taken seriously as a man. You're not built like a man, you don't have muscles, which means you lack complete discipline in your life. And you're out here telling a disciplined individual who has money and your ideal physique that what he is doing is wrong and people should listen to you and not him. You will look like a complete fool, trust me. It's like a skinny fat guy telling a jacked guy in the gym that his form of doing a bicep curl is wrong. Do you think people will take that skinny fat guy seriously? They will tell him to fucking buzz off. You will look like that pink-haired guy or that streamer XQC trying to argue with Andrew Tate saying that he's an asshole. I'm not saying you have to be jacked and in shape to say the right thing. No. You can scream what is right on the top of your lungs as much as you like. But the thing is, no one will take you seriously. Because you look like you don't even take yourself seriously. That's why Andrew Tate is so good at influencing the masses and has taken the internet with storm. You call Ty Lopez a scammer when he used to talk about his courses because that guy looks... I still can't find the right word. Because that guy looks like a loser. Imagine Bill Gates giving you a talk on masculinity and screwing around with so many girls. You will just scroll past it. You'd be like, shut up nut, just go turn on your Windows PC and don't try to sell me a stupid fucking course. But when you scroll on your explore page, you can't help but lift your thumb up to see what this guy Andrew Tate has to say. All I'm saying is that if you want to be taken seriously in a room full of people and make them listen to what you have to say, you better look like you want to be taken seriously. And having a good physique gives you the confidence and that aura to speak effectively and influence the people. Trust me, people will take you more seriously as a person when you look like you take care of your body and got your finances in check. And if a person who tries to argue with you looks like a broke weakling, people are naturally going to disregard his argument. Andrew Tate can fake his life, his wealth, the amount of girls he sleeps with, but he cannot fake the way he looks. A good physique comes from a disciplined lifestyle, and to be really honest, majority of us lack that completely these days. That's why it was so easy for Andrew Tate to influence young men. I remember the only guy who gave a good argument to Tate and actually made him shut up was this streamer Hassan Abi. I don't really know who he is and what his content is about, but all I know is that this guy is jacked. So obviously his argument had a lot of weight, pun intended. Because if the same thing Hasanabi said to Tate was said by fucking Aiden Ross or XQC guy, Tate would literally tell them to shut the fuck up. I'm telling you, in a man's world, the masses only listen to a person who appears they run shit, not who thinks they do. This is the harsh pill you and I need to swallow as soon as possible. So even if you want to speak what's right, first you better start to work on yourself. That's why actors and social media influencers get paid so much to promote a product, because they look good. So obviously a common person would subconsciously trust a product because they will think the person knows what they are talking about. It's so freaking ironic that it took Andrew Tate to make me realize that how important it is to take my physique and lifestyle seriously if I want to influence someone even in a slightest way. Because I've seen a lot of fitness gurus and masculinity YouTubers and no one actually made me realize the importance of a good physique in a man's world. I'm legit being dead ass. Because when you go out in a real world and you want to be heard, you better make your presence known. And if you look like a pussy with low testosterone levels, nobody is going to care what you have to say, even though you are saying the correct thing. It's like you telling a joke and no one laughs in the class, and when the popular good-looking guy tells the same joke a minute later, everybody starts laughing. And yes, looks are not everything and money is a big factor too. But health is wealth. There's no use of having wealth if you can't take care of your health. Bars. You will only attract people in your life who want you for your money, not for your personality. Trust me. That's why it's so easy for good looking people to gain a following on the internet and make a brand out of it, even though they all are mostly stupid. I hope you are understanding what I'm trying to say. So this is what Andrew Tate taught me indirectly. Work on yourself before you point a finger on someone better than you, because you will be shouting at them from the crowd and people only listen to the one who is standing on the stage. Now that you have understood what Andrew Tate is all about and he is not really a messiah, this is how you should view Andrew Tate's content as. I'd say when you are scrolling on your feed and see a Tate video, don't click on it or don't stop to watch it. Treat it like a video that is not relevant to your interest and doesn't bring any new value to your life anymore. Treat it if you would have treated a video about someone you don't care about. Let's just say an essay about a filmmaker from the 80s. You get my point. Don't waste your time on Andrew Tate, because once you start interacting with his content, liking them, commenting on them and stuff, the algorithm will push more of his videos onto you. And that would not be good for yourself. Trust me. Just work on yourself and your purpose. You don't need to be in a crowd of Andrew Tate fans or haters, because both of these people are wasting their own time and are actual losers. You took the main lesson what you wanted to hear. Okay, now go do your own shit. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy. Bye.